Hey everybody, it's Kayjay from Metro Hobbies, and today I'm looking at a board game. This is called Calico, and isn't it cozy? Look at that cat. It's so happy in that quilt. Okay, what is this game? Has somewhat of an abstract feel to it. Definitely one of those puzzle games. So if you like solving spatial puzzles, this is a tile placement spatial puzzle. These are your instructions. It's fairly clear gameplay. It does also tell you setups for an easier game versus a harder game. One of the things, I'll show you some of the components and then I'll talk about one of the things I really like about this game, and I think a lot of parents might like about the game too. So first of all, beautiful little bag here. And inside, these are all your tiles. So let's see if I can show you the tiles. There's the backs, and then what matters about these tiles is not only the color, but the patterns that are on them. So you have purple color, but you also have with dots, but you also have a purple color here with like the clover, or there's a blue with the clover. So all those things matter. So I'll just lay them out down here. It's not just about what color, it's also about what the pattern is. You've got a little scoreboard. There's actually quite a lot of components in here. So many. All right, I'm going to bring out a board just so I give you a little idea of what this game is. This is your board. You have a starting setup. Now this is where the fun begins. You'll only actually have 3 that you place out. Okay, these are actually telling you what you need to do to score. So I'm sure a mathematician is looking at this and is going, oh, it's algebra, because that's what it is, but no numbers. So this is a great way of intuitively getting that understanding of what substitution means. I'm sure there's plenty of people who've played this game that don't really understand that that's what they're doing. That's fine. That is basically describing a pattern. In order to score 5 or 7, it is saying that you have to have 2 of the same, another 2 that are different but the same, and then 2 individual. So how that would look would be, so here I've got 2 dots, so that would be my A's. And then I've got also 2 purples, so that would be my B. I've also got here, I've got maybe only 1 that is the dark blue. And I've got 1 that is the light blue, so that is my D and my C. But then I've got 2 that are that pattern, so that also scores. And here we have got 2 of the same, but then here's the other different one right there. You can do it in color or you can do it in pattern. If you do it in just one color or just in pattern, if it's just color, you're going to get 5 points. If you do it in color and pattern, then you're going to get it in the 7 points. The challenge is that you're drafting these. So there might be 3 of them to choose from at any one time. So you have some idea of what you're picking to place in your board. But sometimes you don't. They replace them from here and you might not just get that tile. And so you're going to have to place tiles onto this board that you might not be happy with. So you have to choose what you're going to focus on. So each one of these, you're scoring around it. That's not the only way you score. I'm going to show you one other way. So in this game, here they are, you're actually trying to build a quilt for cats. And each cat has a different preferred pattern. So this is definitely a visual spatial game, definitely one of those visual spatial puzzles if you like Tetris, those sorts of things. So there's Rumi. He likes 3 in a row of the same type. So how would that look? He likes, it doesn't matter if they're stripes or not, so that's good. So maybe we've got another purple. 3 purples in a row. Okay, like that. And then you would have another version of Rumi just there, and you place him on the board. So you get points for placing cats. You get points, so I'll show you some of these cats so you can see them a little bit closer. So these are the cats, and each one you place on that board, you'd actually get 5 points for that one. There are so many different cats in here. This is just a gorgeous game to look at, apart from the fact that it's got that really cool puzzle abstract game to it. You're also trying to put buttons on the board. The way the buttons work, they're just purely about color. So there's a group of 3 purple, that would earn me a button. And at the end of the game, I would get a point for that. And the more buttons I have on the game, the more points that I get. So you're trying to do a number of things. You're either trying to score these little tiles here, which is a round. You're trying to get groups of colors and patterns so you can put buttons and or cats. Each cat has a different pattern that they prefer. And you actually line up a choice of what those patterns are. So these little spaces that are underneath here. Each game would be different. And so each game, so for example, Rumi likes 3 in a row, but maybe Rumi likes 3 in a row with flowers on it, or with this nice little ornate pattern. So you have to get 3 in a row with either that pattern or that pattern, and then of any color. And that would earn you 5 points at the end of the game. Definitely read the instructions. Don't use this as a rule game. I just wanted to give you an overview of what it is. My favorite part about this is the fact that you've got these little algebra patterns that you're trying to work out. Probably I shouldn't say the word algebra. It might scare some of you off. You're just trying to get patterns, okay? It's a spatial visual game. It's a lot of fun and it's gorgeous to look at. It's definitely something for maybe a 10-year-old or 8-year-old, probably 8 or up. Definitely a 10-year-old. I think it's very intuitive to learn. And definitely a very nice family game. All right, everybody, highly recommend it. You enjoy your time, and that's it today.